in today's video, I would like to talk to you based on two topics. The first topic is gonna be on how to have a simple life, and the second topic, I will be giving you a review of the Netflix movie Purple Hearts. But the first thing I want you guys to do is to grab a refreshment, grab a snack, grab something to eat, and basically enjoy this session. So the first topic I'm going to get into is how to have a simple life. So when I think of a simple life, I'm thinking of a life that has privacy, it has balance. You know when to post something, when not to post something concerning your life, right? So basically, when I'm thinking of a simple life, I'm also thinking of how to not rush, how to incorporate relaxation, how to be glamorous in your own way, but to keep some things to yourself and know when to share on social media. One aspect, one example I'm going to give you of this is the Netflix series Megan's New Cooking Show, right? Megan Sussex new cooking show. So when I look at her show, I see she's into hosting, she's into making food, like cooking, she's into hobbying and like hanging out with friends. So that's basically what I mean about having a simple life. And when I look at her show, it really inspires me because I love things to do with organization. I love things to do with organizing, cooking, maybe not hosting, because I'm not really a hosting type of person, but I like those different aspects. She does calligraphy, she does stuff with like decorating, and that's basically what I mean when I say a simple life, right? So then another aspect of having a simple life is when you're not rushing and you have balance in between what you're doing, right? So being that I'm from New York, I've been here since I came here with my family from Haiti when I was 6. Being that I've lived here all my life, being on the subway or being in traffic, or not being a staying-at-home mom, or not being an entrepreneur where you get to work from home, you'll definitely understand why New Yorkers are so loud, why they're so they rush everywhere they go, they're rushing, right? So then to live a simple life, I would say to minimize rushing, slow down, incorporate massages like weekly, bi-weekly, weekly or monthly massages, incorporate like self-care, like actually going and paying for services with self-care. So then basically having a simple life basically means you get to create, have fun, spend time with your family, and live a life that is relatively low-key, or if it's not low-key, you have a separation between what's getting shared out on social media and like what you're keeping to yourself, right? You're keeping certain things to yourself and what you're sharing and putting out there, right? So then the next topic I'm going to get into is Purple Hearts, right? I'm going to get into the Netflix original movie Purple Hearts. So when I look at Purple Hearts on Wikipedia, it's a movie starring Sofia Carson and Nicholas Galitzine, right? and it's based on a 2017 novel by Tess Wakefield, also called Purple Hearts, right? So Purple Hearts starts off with with the main character Sofia Carson at the bar, right? She's at the bar, and this group of military men just come barging in, making a ruckus, making a whole scene, and that's how she meets the main character, Nicholas Galitzine, right? So then one of the military men is one of her childhood friends, and she's happy to see him. So the film is about an arranged marriage between Sofia Carson and Nicholas Galicine's character. And the reason that they're getting for this arranged marriage is because Sofia Carson has diabetes and she needs the money to pay for her insulin, her monthly insulin, right? Her insulin prescription, right? She can't afford it. And when they get this arranged marriage, he'll also be able to pay off this drug dealer who he knew from the past, but he's not into stuff like that anymore, and he owes him 15 grand, right? So the drug dealer is constantly, whenever he can, threatening him and telling him, no, if you don't pay me this money, I'm gonna hurt your family, right? And he doesn't want that to happen. So through this arranged marriage, she gets the benefit of her being able to pay her prescription medication for diabetes, and he gets the added benefit that as long as he's overseas deployed in Iraq, every month he'll get like a stipend of 2 grand for as long as he could stay in Iraq, right? So in the film, I found what I didn't like was the beginning, right? I didn't like the beginning because the beginning was predictable to me, right? Where like the bar scene, it was so predictable. I really didn't care for it. I also find it predictable who was not gonna make it in the war. Like I knew right off the bat who was gonna die. That's a spoiler alert, by the way. I knew who was gonna die, right? And I knew like what was gonna happen right in the beginning, right? So I didn't really care much for that because like it's so predictable, right? But what I did like was the middle part, and I liked the ending, right? So based on the middle part, in the ending, I'm gonna go ahead and rate this an A- to B+, right? I'm gonna give it A-, B+ rating, right? So in the middle, it's just showing you, yes, the movie is based on arranged marriage, but it's showing you how they slowly fall for each other over time, right? So, and I found it completely like, it was something I could believe, right? Because number one, his character, especially what they keep referring to as the past person that he was unreliable. He was doing like prescription drugs, and the father really was really pissed off at him, but he was really trying to get on the straight and narrow, right? So in the film, he goes off to war to Iraq, and throughout the film he's just consistent in every single way, right? And he's trying to get Sofia Carson's character to see that not all men are bad, right? Not all men are untrustworthy, right? Because her father left when she was abandoned her, and her mom was the only person she has who cares for her, the only relative she has that really stepped up to the plate for her, right? That was there for her. And he's like, you know, not all men are bad. He keeps saying in the film, not all men are bad, you know, you could trust me. And even though in the middle of the film there's gonna be the conflict where she finds out, okay, he's been dealing with a drug dealer, and that's why he wants her to do the, because he doesn't tell her about that. But you'll see that in spite of that, he's trying to make a change from the person he was in the past, and he basically he basically is, for the whole film, he's on a straight and narrow, right? He's at war. There's a scene where it's like, she gets like a low, a diabetic low, right? I think that's what it's called. And she's basically very weak. So he's like, what can I get for you? Because he's scared at this point, right? And she's like, get me my medication, it's in my bag. So he goes in the bag, he hands her the medication, and she's like, you know, your heart is trembling, you're shaking. And he's like, that's because I'm so scared, I'm so worried about you, right? So it's moments like that that I really like, when it's like, yeah, he's on the straight and narrow, and yeah, he's a guy, and he's supposed to hold his emotions in, but in the film you see instances like that where you get to see his heart, right? So what I liked about the film also concerning that is a lot of men, they keep their emotions on the inside because, you know, they have to be strong for the people that they're around. They have to keep it together. But in the film, there's just a lot of moments, like a good amount of moments, where he actually is very honest with her, and he's like, you know, I feel scared right now. You know, I'm going to Iraq, I'm going to war, and it's scaring me, you know? And I really appreciated those moments, right? So then I give this film an A-, B+, because I felt like the beginning was kind of predictable, but the middle and the ending were quite good, and I think you'll like it, right? So then if you ever get a chance, you're by yourself and you have some time to spend, I definitely recommend you check out Purple Hearts, starring Sofia Carson and Nicholas Galitzine. So that's basically it, you guys. My name is Swissani Jen. Have a lovely day, you guys. Thanks.